Alright. Hello everybody, my name is Goggle Master, and today I'm here to talk about a series that I barely talk on my channel, Dragon Ball Z. Well, specifically Dragon Ball Super, because the dub in Dragon Ball Super is about to come to a close with the final episode with it this Friday, so I decided why not go ahead and talk about each saga of Dragon Ball Super. But since it's a Dragon Ball Super topic and not a Dragon Ball Z content, I decided to bring in a guest with me, so introduce yourself.
Greetings everyone, I'm kuroblitz, happy to be here. So let's talk about some Dragon Ball Super, right?
Yeah, because that's the series everyone loves. Now, Dragon Ball Super has been quite an interesting series.
It's very controversial.
A controversial series with very mixed reviews on many people. So I decided to bring him along because I remember he made this little comic on a live stream we did a little while ago of his thoughts on Super, and I thought it would be interesting to hear his thoughts too. So here was going to basically go down. We're going to go to each saga of Dragon Ball Z from Battle of Gods to Torment of Power, and basically make this like a series review. Basically, was like obviously the first arc we're going to talk about is obviously the Battle of Gods arc. And before you guys ask, we will talk about Dragon Ball Z itself and the movies in a later time. But for now, we're going to start off with Super because Super is like the newest thing, and plus there's still the speculation that the Moro arc is going to happen soon, which I still don't know yet.
Wait, you're not reading the Moro arc, or you're just waiting to be?
I'm waiting for the anime. I'm waiting for the anime. I don't read the mangas for real, but I should actually because I hear the Super manga is maybe better than the anime. But we'll get on that.
Because you don't know the reason why, right?
Because marketing.
Not only that, but here's the thing. Akira Toriyama, when writing the plot for Super, he doesn't write page to page. He gives guidelines to the manga writer and the anime writer. So basically what he does is topics, guidelines, he delivers the same paper to two different publishers, one that draws and one that animates, and each adaptation follows a different pattern according to his guidelines. So that's why people always say, what is canon about Super? The anime or the manga? The real answer is both and neither at the same time, because there are different adaptations about the guidelines that Toriyama gave to said adaptationers. So people have this discussion about, oh, the manga has done this, but the anime has done that, but people don't know the reason why, and that is why. For example, tell me one thing that you saw in the manga that you didn't saw in the anime, or vice versa.
The one thing that I know that's insanely different between the anime and the manga is Vegeta has. Tell me if I'm right, but Vegeta has gained Super Saiyan God throughout the entire manga series, right?
Yes.
And in the anime, he doesn't until the Broly movie, which we will talk about at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one difference I got. I
thought you were talking about the Ultra Instinct Roshi.
Wait, what?
Oh, okay. Here's the thing. There is one part in the manga where Roshi, it doesn't go Ultra Instinct, but he emulates the movements of Ultra Instinct against Jiren.
I knew he fought Jiren.
Even Beerus mentions that because of Roshi's age and training, he is very much adaptable about training and martial arts. Because here's the thing, Ultra Instinct is like this power that gods are trying to achieve, and we know that gods are very old. Being a god makes you like giving a large lifespan. So since Roshi has a really above average lifespan than a normal human, because he's like almost 400 years old, he has many more years to train. So he kind of emulated Ultra Instinct against Jiren. Also, one more thing. This is a little small one, but in the anime, Gohan's gi is like it's like Goku's, but in the manga, his gi is like Piccolo's, like it was in the Cell Saga.
Huh.
Yeah.
Minor differences, but make big thing moments. Because if you ask me, if real quick though, before we get to the main topic, I like Gohan wearing the orange gi. I don't know. I just I like that because like he said it like he likes to wear because it's like he's respecting his father. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
but one of the reasons that Gohan always said that he doesn't transform into Super Saiyan is because he wants to become stronger as a human, which I find kind of bullshitty. But
He's half humans, which yeah,
Super
still.
Saiyan for Gohan, like, come on. And let's not talk about let's not talk about the hate that they have for his younger brother and Trunks, because they always forget they didn't fucking age the characters. They were supposed to be teenagers by now. Goten was supposed to be 11 to 13, and Trunks was supposed to be 12 to 14, because Super takes 3 years from 778 to 780. And they are still the same as they were when they were 6, 7, 8 by the end of Z. I mean, no, the end of
Yeah,
the Buu Saga.
yeah, by
Sorry.
the end point of the Buu Saga.
Even Krillin's daughter is supposed to be 9. She's still like a 2, 3-year-old.
Super has so many continuity issues, which we will talk about. We will talk about. But with that said, though, I think it's time for us to get started with the first saga. If you're all set, good to go, right?
Yes.
All right. So here we go, everybody. The first arc of Dragon Ball Super, the Battle of Gods arc. Now, before we begin, though, let me ask you this: when you heard that Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball Z was coming back in a new series, what were your initial thoughts first?
Okay. When I didn't knew there was going to be a new series, I just knew that there's going to be a new Dragon Ball Z movie, and I'm like, okay, it's been a while. Let's see this. And it surprised me that the movie was like the double length of a normal movie, because a normal movie is like 40 to 50 minutes, like 2 episodes in length. And this movie was like an hour and 30, and I'm like, what? And I like Beerus, I like Whis, but they give this bombshell about I am one of 12 gods. But one thing that I was interesting, they didn't mention this in the movie, was he said he was one of the 12 gods of destruction, but they didn't mention at the time that there were 12 universes. So I thought that one of the 12 gods, like there were 12 gods in just one universe, because they didn't show the multiverse until the Universe 6 saga in 2015. But the idea of the multiverse was kind of there because of Trunks' time travel. It was kind of there, but never explained. Because timelines... Okay, so universes are inside timelines. It's not the other way around.
So basically, any universe basically follows their own timeline rule.
Yes. But responding to your previous question, I did like the movie. I was like, okay, they are going to make a new Dragon Ball series. My big issue was when it's going to take place. And they said it's between the 10-year time skip after the Buu Saga, and I'm like, okay, so we are not going to have Oop. We are not going to have a GT retcon. Which, in my opinion, I would prefer that they would I'm not going to say retcon GT, but take place in the future to see an older version, not like taking place in the middle of a time skip. Because of course, they were going to make new powers, transformations for merchandising purposes and whatever. And by the end of Z, that ended the manga in 1995, bringing back like these powers that they weren't canon to the... Because, let's face it, if this was supposed to follow the rules, Goku and Vegeta, if they faced off in the tournament and Goku wasn't fighting Oop, they had to showcase or even mention the existence of at least Super Saiyan Blue or Ultra Instinct. Because Where are Beerus and Whis in the middle of the end of Z?
Here's what I think is went down with that, and you could.
What? Yeah, because here's the thing. Vegeta's Pan was born, Brow was born. They have like only 4 more years until that set tournament takes place. My biggest question is what is going to happen with Beerus and Whis? Are they never going to be mentioned? Are they going to be forgotten, or are they just like chilling on their home world and it's a tournament about Earth? And let's not involve the gods this time. Because we have Moro to spice things up even now.
Yeah.
And the existence of Broly, come on.
Here's what I think was going on within this time, and before I get to my viewing on the new Super Series.
But but my end criteria about Battle of Gods, I liked the movie and I liked the Here's the thing, I liked the fact that the new Super Saiyan transformation was a different color and not just longer blonde hair. Because oh boy, imagine Super Saiyan God being like I don't know.
Super Saiyan 4 with silver hair and buff.
Oh. Okay. But what I would prefer, aesthetically wise, would be the bulk of Super Saiyan 4, the regaining of the tail of Super Saiyan 4, but having that crimson red hair. Imagine Super Saiyan 4, but Goku's black hair would be red, like his fur when he goes Ozaru. Because as a god, he's very thin and he looks more fragile. His muscles are like smaller. No, he's a god. He should like have a god stature, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He should be intimidating when transforming into that. Because let's face it, Super Saiyan God is basically base Goku but redhead, and Super Saiyan Blue is just Super Saiyan but blue color. There's nothing different. Only it's Super Saiyan God after one has achieved Super Saiyan, or vice versa. No, it's just the goddamn hair color swap. Don't throw me the bullshit about power levels, because power levels are meaningless.
No, I was gonna say this. It's literally what Frieza said during the Resurrection F arc. What is this, Super Saiyan with red hair, with blue hair dye?
No, because Frieza. No, okay. One thing that I liked about Frieza was that Frieza transformed into Golden Frieza and was like to Goku, you see, I can turn blonde too. Isn't this flattering to you, monkey? No, Frieza transforming and taking the color of his enemy's transformation is like giving him the finger.
Oh my god. But I completely lost my. Oh yeah. I was gonna say.
I didn't like the Oracle Fish. That's stupid. This whole there's a prophecy because the chosen one.
The Oracle Fish to me is just a whatever character. Like, he barely appeals to begin with. Like, he only appealed for like 2 sagas for real, and not even. Well, I always call like that the between episode before the new sagas, like the between saga episodes. So even then, that doesn't even count. So he literally appeared just for 1 arc, and that's it. Like, the Oracle Bridge hasn't appeared since, and honestly, I don't really care, because, well, no, I do care when he joked around having snacks. But with that said, though, my thoughts on Dragon Ball Super coming back, though.
No, because here's the thing. The Oracle Fish was like, you told me something. He was like, yeah, I don't remember, and Whis was. You told them about this and this and that. Oh yeah, I talked to you about this and this and that. Why, if there was this goddamn prophecy, why wasn't Whis the one to talk about it? Why is there the need to the Oracle Fish to speak of it if Whis was going to remember him anyways?
I always read the Oracle Fish as like the comic relief characters, like that one friend who says this is gonna happen, even though it's never gonna happen, and then it does happen, and then he'll be the one.
We already have, you know. Come on. They are very misused characters. They are just comic. I mean, let's face it. Basically, every character of Dragon Ball has passed to villain, to protagonist, to side character, to comic relief.
And Yamcha.
and Yamcha.
Which,
That,
I feel bad
that's
for
a whole layer of comic relief. If there's one to begin with.
you. But, alright. I'll go ahead and give my 2 cents of my thoughts on when I heard Dragon Ball Super was coming back, alright?
Mm-hmm.
When I first heard about Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, I know it's fake, to be honest. Like, I legit thought it was fake, because this was actually around the time when I was learning about Japan, like, Japanese, like, Pokemon was for Japan, and Dragon Ball Z was for Japan. I'm like, wait, they're from Japan? Because this was around the time when I was in middle school. In my middle school, basically, I was in the era where, like, technology was starting to, like, get more and more enhanced. So I was learning more and more things. Like, for example, that's how I learned about the Tauros episode in Pokemon, and that's when I learned about Dragon Ball Z. And I remember I told my friend he was a freaking lie because he told me that Goku's voice actor is voiced by a girl. I'm like, have you heard his voice actor? He is not voiced by a girl. He didn't say the Japanese version, though. I thought he was talking about the dub.
Yeah, when I discovered that anime was from Japan, I was like, okay, it makes sense because Goku is a very weird English name if there is an actual English name. Because here's the thing, I thought for a very until like okay, I had internet in 2002, and I was playing Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Crystal at the same time. So when I got internet back in home, before I started my first grade, what happened was I was researching Pokemon on the internet, and there was various websites, and in the summer of 2002 in Japan, they were already leaking information about Ruby and Sapphire, and they were premiering the Latios and Latios movie.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I'm like, the fuck is this? What are these Pokemon? And I'm like, oh, it's a new game. Wait, it's from Japan? And I'm like, hey, Mom, you said Ash was an English name. You lied to me. And then I discovered that Pokemon and Digimon, for some reason, they translated the names.
Well,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Translated some of the names, but Dragon Ball didn't translate any names.
Yeah, and I think the reason because of that is because Digimon, Pokemon, and Dragon Ball Z are more like kid anime, like the more kid-based animes. Where Dragon Ball Z is more
Dragon Ball had blood and fighting,
all that stuff. So it made sense why they kept their Japanese names, because no kid's gonna know how to say Satoshi, or Takashi, or Tai Chi. If they hear Tai Chi, they're gonna think it's like some kung fu thing. That's what
nobody say vegetable.
Oh my god, that is true though. But going back to this, I will give you credit though. I'll give you credit. The fact that you got internet.
No, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. Muten Roshi or Master Roshi was a dub name here in Portugal. They call him Tartaruga Genial, which means the genius turtle. His name in Portuguese is actually Genius Turtle.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Also, Chi-Chi is named Kika because Chi-Chi is what we Portuguese is the Portuguese equivalent to a person taking a piss. so yeah, you can imagine.
Oh my god, I was aware of the censorship here, but I didn't know there was stuff over there. At least for Pokemon standards. I don't know how Pokemon censor worked in Portugal, which we'll probably talk about at one point. But
we translate the names as you do translate them. We use the English names.
Oh, what about like any episodes? Like, were there any episodes in Portugal that had to been like banned or like censored?
No. What we did. Okay, here's the thing. Portugal imported Dragon Ball from France, and yeah, they went from Japan to France and France to Portugal, and then Pokemon was from Japan to US, US to England, and England to Portugal.
Okay, going back to the Dragon Ball Z from France, I just imagine Frieza comes off the stage and just goes, "Bonjour, c'est mon case." Bonjour, monkeys. I need to someone needs to.
No. Okay, but here's the thing. Dragon Ball in Portugal is a meme because due to the fact that we only had 7 voice actors to a bajillion characters, because Japanese people say more words in a sentence than we do in English or Portuguese or any other language. The thing is, they already finished the sentence, but the mouth was, still moving because in Japanese it's more characters and more words. So we Portuguese fill those gaps with jokes and memes. Like for example, when Frieza is saying, "I'm about to transform into his second to third form," here's what he says. I'm not going to say in Portuguese, but I'm going to say the translation from Portuguese.
All right.
And now, kids who are watching this on the TV, if you are enjoying or not late for school, stick around because I'm going to transform. No. Dragon Ball in Portugal breaks the fourth wall like a bajillion times. Okay, so Majin Buu, we didn't call him Majin, we call him Boo Boo. Because people didn't know what Majin meant. People always assumed that the M was meant for Mao, which is the Portuguese word for evil. They weren't wrong.
They're not wrong. They're
not wrong, as per se. But Majin Buu, oh my god, people always... And then, of course, we had like a whole generation of kids doing the fusion dance and throwing Kamehamehas to the wind. It was fun.
Yeah, I love that time.
One more thing. Cell and Frieza kept their names, but Piccolo didn't.
Piccolo,
boy. Because we are European, we have a lot of connection with the other European countries, and also the Latin language. Piccolo is Italian for short, because he was the short part of King Piccolo. We call him Satan. And then we called him Satan. No, we called him Satan. And then Piccolo Jr. we called him Satan's Heart.
Oh my gosh!
And when Mr. Satan appeared, we called him Hercule.
Yeah, we call him.
I mean, no. You guys called him Hercule, and because we didn't want to call a guy Satan again, because it was kind of there, because here's the thing, they knew that Mr. Satan was already a thing, but they wanted to use the name for Piccolo because they didn't want to call Piccolo Shorty. It would be stupid. So basically, what they did was use another character's name to Piccolo, and they used your version of Hercule, but we called him Hercules. So yeah.
Oh my god. This could be its own different video when you stop and think about just going through the differences between English here and
Masako X did a video analysis of Portuguese dub, so you can always watch that if you're interested. Okay, but speaking about, I already gave my opinions about the Battle of Gods. One thing that I actually didn't like was the fact that the revealing of Videl being pregnant. In my opinion, Bulma should be the one to have the baby first.
Yeah, I mean, like, to me, like, it doesn't bother me too much for real. Like, it doesn't bother me for real. It did bother me a plot hole.
Or, one better thing, call Shenron, hey, bring back Raditz. Or Nappa. Or my dad, if I have one. Imagine if... Okay, here's the thing. When Goku died by the hands of Piccolo, like protecting the world from Raditz and whatever, Raditz being Goku's brother was only for shock value.
Yeah, for sure.
But here's the thing. They should have like a whole dynamic between brothers. Imagine if they both trained with King Kai, like Goku training and Raditz trying to redeem himself. But here's the kicker. Imagine if they, in the other world, met Bardock. Imagine that Goku was not told the story of the Saiyans by King Kai, but yes, by Bardock. and Raditz was also there in a way. Like imagine like brothers are dead, they are disputing even after they are dead, and Bardock are like, "Hey kids, I'm going to be a father for once. Shut the fuck up and listen to me. Here's what you're going to do."
Oh my goodness. I will say this though, the Raditz being Goku's brother was an interesting idea. Unfortunately, Dragon Ball Z never really took upon that, but which we'll talk about.
Let's not mention Tarble.
Who?
Yeah. People say that Vegeta's mother died from birth. No. Because that's one thing that we don't know yet about Vegeta's mother. And Broly's mother for that matter, but I believe, oh boy, that's going to be the next movie. Dragon Ball Super, Vegeta's mom.
I'm down for it.
Okay, but yes, I don't have any more thing to say about Battle of Gods. I like the movie better than I like the saga because, come on, let's face it, they did it in an hour and a half. What they did, and it was great. Why? Here's the thing, I don't understand why they had the first two movies of Super as per se. Why the recap on the 26 episodes? 27, I mean. Why spend the first half year of Dragon Ball Super recapping two movies? Come on, they are not going to recap the Broly movie once Dragon Ball Super returns. They're going to jump right off into the moral side.
Here's my little theory on why they did it, and it's gonna be a bullshit theory. It's gonna be a bullshit theory. They saw how good both Battle of Gods and Resurrection did in the box office, so they decided to make them their own different sagas because they were so popular and they needed ideas before to bring in Champa and the other characters in. That's a stretch, that's bullshit, I know, but then again, look at the scenes we're talking about.
I mean, it's not entirely bullshit, but it doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes sense. Okay, if they already make money out of the movies, why spending the money that they earn from the movies into reanimating the same movie, but in episode wise? It's like you're going to make a bet. You win money from the bet, and then you're going to spend the money that you won from the bet into betting again, and you lost everything. And you have to make a whole series to regain the money that you shouldn't bet in the first place.
So basically, a Night of Las Vegas.
They have a gambling problem in a way, but in regards to media.
AKA a Night of Vegas.
Okay, so let's talk about Resurrection F, right?
No, not yet, because we'll save Resurrection F for when it makes its own video. Right now, I want to talk about more of the Battle of God saga in itself, because I'm gonna separate these to each sagas.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, since you gave your thoughts on the movie, I'll give my 2 cents on going back to what I was saying. It was around the time when I was learning about, Japan, the Japan culture in general. Because when I was a kid, I was not allowed to go on the computer for obvious reasons. Mostly because, like, as a kid, you always screw things up on the computer. Like you'll actually get a virus in it. You'll spill your drink or something like that. So my family always kept me straight away from the computer. It was only until like in 8th grade I had to do a science project about a volcano and I needed research. Unfortunately, like I think the computers were either we weren't allowed to use the computers at the school because, well, it's school. I don't want to stay in school in middle school more than I need to do compared to high school. So I asked my mom and dad if I could finally use the computer, and they said they can, but they just got put into Wi-Fi. No, I don't think it was that. They had to buy a printer first. So in the meanwhile, I decided to do my research on the volcanoes sooner than expected, and then one day my brother used his computer to watch some AMV videos, and I saw Dragon Ball Z, and that's how I basically learned about YouTube, because I typed in Pokemon and I saw, wait, this thing knows Pokemon? And I clicked it, and I saw an AMV of Ash vs. Cameron in the Uniball League, and I thought that was the coolest thing I ever seen until Ash lost, and we all know what happened there. That's pretty much why I pretty much started to learn more about the internet, and then when I looked up at Dragon Ball Z and I saw Battle of Gods trailer, and then I heard Goku's Japanese voice actor. I'm like, this is a Dragon Ball Z? This is someone's fan-made gibberish. Like, that's legit what I thought. And after a while, more and more info came out for Battle Gods. I wasn't really paying much attention to Battle Gods to begin with because like it said like it would take like
There,
2 years.
there was this one guy in my class that thought that Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods was like a fan-made movie by the abridged dudes.
Team 4-star.
Yeah. No, no. Here's the thing. I was like, no, it's an official movie. No, it's not. It's fan-made. No, it's not.
Oh my god, I can imagine how frustrating that might have been.
No, because here's the thing. By that time, I believe that Mel Valley or whatever was doing the Epsilon thing, right? Because we already had the multiverse manga. We had the Epsilon, and there was the Dragon Ball AF also. So I just remember people saying, "Oh, but Goku is going to become a super. He's going to have silver white hair." And I was like, okay. So here's the thing. When Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods showcased, and we saw red-haired Goku, I made a bet with one guy. Give it 5 years, Goku will have white hair. That's bullshit. Ultra Instinct becomes canon in 2017. And I'm like, I won with 1 year in advance. Pay me up. No, and the dude was like, no, I'm not going to give you the money because here's the thing. Before he went white, he went blue first, and I'm like, oh come on, that's bullshit.
The point of my fact he went white. I'll give you my money. It's literally. I don't know if you see Family Guy, but it's like
No. Okay, but now we have a new bet. Which color is going to be next? Green, orange, or purple? And I was like, I'm not going to bet on that because Toriyama is going to make an ass pull of like Goku's new transformation is rainbow colored hair. His hair always changing color. And imagine like this Figma of Goku and Vegeta. Basically, you turn the Figma and the hair is always like changing colors like a lantern. Who wouldn't buy that? Come on.
Anyways, I find I can't believe you somehow predicted Ultra Instinct's 5 years.
I didn't predict Ultra Instinct. I was just saying one guy did a fan-made art back in the 90s about Super Saiyan 5 and it was white hair. And I'm like, okay, makes sense. If Saiyans gain more power by changing their hair color, white is basically all colors at once, so it's basically the ultimate. I didn't say the ultra instinct, but I said the ultimate transformation, and I was kind of right, but I just was kind of right.
So long story short, I could literally say Super Saiyan.
But that's the problem because we have Ultra Instinct and we have the gods. What behind the gods? The problem with Dragon Ball power scaling.
The power scaling is unbelievable and super especially, but we'll get on that when we get on that. But going back, so yeah, like it was when I got into high school, freshman year in high school, where like we finally got dubbed trailers for the Battle of Gods movie, and my brother even showed me one, and then we learned it's going to be in theaters, which is going to be it was my first time. And I think this is Dragon Ball Z's first time in the big screen, like in the theaters. I think I don't know if they did it in Portugal with the other movies, like
No. We all movies were holiday specials in a way.
Oh, okay.
Summer vacation, Easter, and Christmas. So yeah, I mean the Tree of Might was actually a Christmas movie here in Portugal. That's why the Team 4-star dudes were like making this abridged version of the Christmas Tree of Might. But we had a mistranslation because people were saying that Turles was Goku's uncle, which is not.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there are still people who believe, due to that mistranslation, that Turles was Goku's brother. No, not brother, uncle.
No, I know he was his other brother, but I'm going to pause for real quick, though, just because I got to check something real quick. Be right back. We're back, by the way. Sorry, guys. I had to like step out real quick, but I just wanted to comment. Like, I think it's kind of interesting how in Portugal they decided to do Dragon Ball Z treat like holiday specials. Like three of my special. I would have thought Lord Slug would have been more Christmassy because it had snow.
No, it was.
Oh.
Lord Slug was in one Christmas, and then the Tree of Might was in the other Christmas.
Oh. Because
I believe that the Broly and wait. No, Dragon Ball was from 96 to 99 here. So what they did was making on the holidays like 2 movies per holiday. So there was going to be this one Christmas when they had show Slug and Turtles, because I believe the movies are kinda close together.
Yeah,
I know because my older cousin that the Broly movies was okay. The cooler movies was on Easter, but they did like one on Friday and the other on the actual Sunday. So to make people like having more correlation with the movies, the Broly saga was in the summer. June, Broly. July, Return of Broly. August, Bio Broly. It was the Broly summer.
I just imagine the commercials like the Broly Summer Pack on June. Watch Dragon Ball Z Legendary Broly Kakarot. Then
that's one more thing we didn't call Goku Kakarot.
Wait! You guys don't call him they don't call him Kakarot?
No. Here's the thing. Goku eats a lot, right?
Uh huh.
So we didn't call him Kakarot. I don't know, because Goku eats a lot. He eats a lot. Sorry. The voice actors always joked about how he eats like a whale, and since his actual name is Kakarot, we're going to call him Cachalot, which is a type of whale. So basically, what they are saying is that in the Portuguese dub version, Goku's actual name is Whale, in a way, because he eats a lot.
So you saying that reminds me like that. I know it's gonna be a vague reference or like a vague little thing, but I remember this is one episode of The Simpsons where like Homer went to a submarine because he joined the Navy, and one of the Navy was like saying like, you hear that, the whales are hungry, and it's Homer making the whale sound. You literally see him moving his mouth, going like doing the whale sound because he's hungry. So I just imagine adding a whale sound Goku's stomach, and boom, like at a moment it's like he's hungry.
No, because here's the thing. Because of Goku and Gohan have to say anything, due to the fact that they have to eat a lot to gain a lot of energy and calories to use them in battle. There is one time when Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan eating for the tournament before the whole Boo incident, and Videl was like, "Oh my God, they sure do eat a lot," and Chi-Chi was, "Yeah, imagine how much I spend on my groceries."
Wait, isn't that wasn't that in the special, the Goku and Friends Return special? Because I remember they said.
No, we didn't have that.
I didn't have it either. But you saying that and Gigi making that comment, I know she says that in that.
No, here's the thing. We didn't dub. Okay, here's the thing. We went to Super. We didn't dub the Battle of Gods, and we didn't dub the Frieza movie. We went straight to Super, but we dubbed the Broly movie.
So you guys, long story short, you guys got the lucky end.
We already finished the dub. It goes on basically a channel, so we already finished.
I'm going to pause you one more time. Something's going on. All right, sorry about that, people. I live with family.
But yeah, in regards to Battle of Gods, like I said, there's one thing that I forgot to mention. When they told that Beerus was one of 12 gods, and since then we already have the dragon, and Beerus was the cat, I personally believe that each god was going to be based on a Chinese zodiac animal.
Ah.
Because in the zodiac, we have the dragon, we have the other 12, and the cat was the 13, which was fooled by the mouse, and it was left out of the ranks. But then when they showed Champa, I was like, okay, since Beerus is the cat, maybe Champa can be the tiger. But then they showed Belmont, and I'm like, yeah,
they showed
clown is not an animal. There are clownfish, but clownfish is not an animal of the zodiac. No, but the idea was there. You see, imagine that each god of destruction was based on a Chinese zodiac animal.
I remember. I saw some fan art of like.
No. When they showed that fan art, I saw that fan art that you're talking about, and I was like, I know this is fake, but I want so much to be true.
Like that.
I want for people on Shueisha to see this and pay the guys to use the source material. Like, here's one thing. Though, I'm going to make a tangent here. In Horus, we still didn't have Mega Flygon. However, we had Arun, which was the secret base dude, who gave us the Lucario Knight because there was no Gherkin in only X and Y. But he had a Flygon. And I was like, why don't we have Flygon Knight? And then Masuda was like, we didn't create Mega Flygon due to lack of a region. And because we had a creative block, and I'm like, and have you ever stopped to think about to pay a DeviantArt artist?
DeviantArt did better than you people, and you should feel bad. It reminds me of like another episode of The Simpsons where like Homer's all like, oh no wait, no, that won't work actually, not mine.
Okay. Yes.
I was gonna say the joke was basically like what happened after when Ash lost the Cause League. A lot of memes came out of that, and there was one episode where like Homer talks to Barney, and Barney's like going like, "You gave your best," and the opponent lesson is never try. and Lily has Bart's face as Ash and Serena as Lisa, and it's like Homer. It's just Homer, just regular Homer. And then they just show, and then like it fades into like Good Ninja Phaeton.
No. Here's the thing. There's this. Seeing this whole thing about Melmetal going place in Cinewater, like it was in the preview, and they are already saying, "Oh, Melmetal is going to win. It's going to lose again." And I basically put a gif of Bart giving a cake to Homer. The cake said, "At least he tried." Come on, that's what people are always. He tried.
Never try. Just face to Melmetal.
But yeah, okay. So in regard to Battle of Gods,
Battle of Gods.
Okay, I'm going to try to see the movie. So we had Beerus. I don't like the fact that in the series they are on a boat, because being on a boat is just like, oh, Bulma's rich. We don't need for people to tell us that, because we know. Having her birthday on Capsule Corp was like, okay, that makes sense. Like, why hire a goddamn boat? The boat didn't have any influence on the series. The boat was only the only reason for the boat to be on the show was for they to recall the Pilaf gang.
And the way
because the Pilaf gang de-aged because between the 3 years, this was a side manga chapter that they decided to canonize. Between the 3 years that they were training against the androids, Pilaf and his gang found the Dragon Balls, and they wished to be more youthful, but that backfired because they was less than one. So I just wanted to see this. Mai is 19 in the beginning of Dragon Ball, when Bulma is 16. Bulma so Trunks was born on 766 and Bulma was born on 733, So Bulma was a okay. So Bulma gave birth to Trunks 33, which means that Mai is 36 years older than Trunks, but she's now in body the same age. That's why I don't like the whole future Trunks and Mai shebang. It's just weird.
It's weird, and we'll talk about that when we get the future Trunks on another time.
It's so stupid.
It's weird, and anyways, I'm going back to
you're my age, but you're older than my mom. Come on.
Trunks Trunks just likes older women. That's what it is. Okay. Even though the woman's like 60 in real life.
Oh my.
I didn't know Trunks was a player. That's all we know. I mean, how he got 2 Mai's, damn it. Anyways.
I mean, come on. Bulma gave birth to Bra at the age of 47. So, yeah. That's like a risk dragon. The dragon makes fish. Oh my. Whatever.
Yeah, but...
whatever, man.
But a long story short, though, to make a long story short, to go and talk about my thoughts, when I found out about Super coming back, I was pumped. Like, I was legit excited because I was like, my childhood's coming back because it's Dragon Ball Z, and you put Dragon Ball Z anything, and I'm gonna glare at it. And back then, this was back before like I took an anime, how I am right now. When I found out Dragon Ball Super, I was pumped. Like, I couldn't wait to see the episodes, and then I actually. Oddly enough, I didn't. When Dragon Ball Super Battle Gods happened, I only watched for a few episodes and then I stopped watching. It was only until the dub happened when I decided to watch Battle of Gods again, and then yeah. But we're gonna talk about we're gonna focus mainly on the saga, but we will talk about like comparisons between the movie and the saga, obviously, no, because and same for Revenge F. So with that said, though, let's go ahead. Let's dive into it. Are you all set? Even though this is like 40 minutes in.
About what?
Let's finally dive into the Battle of Gods arc beginning, and basically vice versa. And we're gonna jump in now. So you ready to talk about?
Yeah. Sure.
All right. So, oh boy, Battle of Gods the Saga. And like one little sentence. Well, what would you say about Battle of Gods, the Saga version, not the movie version?
One sentence. I'm gonna say this in one word. Why?
Okay. Pointless.
Pointless. Yeah.
Pointless. Okay, so let me go ahead and break it down. So, long story short, the series basically starts off with Goku. I actually like how Goku's actually working on a farm. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he has a job.
He has a job. He has a job because Chiki kept on nagging him, and Goku had to get a job. And I don't know. I like it.
No, but the one thing that I like is that Mr. Satan receives a money reward from saving the world from Majin Buu, so people believe, but he has to wait 4 years to get that money.
Yeah, to wait 4 years, and I think that's only because like it's not even known as Majin Buu. It's just some ambiguous threat. Like, that's all they know. It's just some threat. Because don't forget, in Dragon Ball Z, they wiped out Buu's memory. That's how he's able to, like, walk around and be like a citizen. Even though he's a giant pink blob monster with an antenna that could turn something.
Earthlings in that world are either human or animals. So having a pink blob is not the weirdest thing.
I'm just saying. Like, I guess, granted, they don't know what Majin Buu is compared to Piccolo. They know about Piccolo because obviously he's in history books. Like, he's in history books. Like, I wish it was like an episode of Gohan when he's in high school. They'll talk about a chapter about Piccolo and how his father fought him. I don't know. I think that would have been funny. Like, and all the kids are thinking like, this is just fake. This is just like literature wombo jumbo. Gohan's all like, it's real. It's stupid, but it's real. Well, not stupid because it was the way it's actually a good fight. But anyways, Goku working though, I do like it. Like, it's a nice showing of like Goku actually trying to be a good provider for his family. And I do like this little comment he does give to Goten, going like, shouldn't you be in school? Because, yeah, Goku's not really into like learning, but he still cares about his kids' like education. That's why I laughed so much when he said to Gohan, I think it's best for you to study, and everyone freaked out. Like I just think that's a nice
Hmm.
that's just a nice moment to me. So yeah, we get some nice episodes before the big arc happens. Like Vegeta goes to the amusement park.
Yeah, yeah, that promise, that goddamn promise.
That promise, which I thought it was to the park, but I guess it's a diff. I guess like
It's funny how they make like one joke that they made 20 years prior to this episode, and they're like they grabbed this one joke or this one line that Vegeta told Trunks to get him fired up, and they decided to make an episode. But
they
here's the thing: Vegeta was always cranky and not very into it, but he stuck around
he took
until he
around.
got tired of it.
Yeah, because he's a
No, no, and even Boom, even Boom was like, "This is not so like you. Okay, I'm here. I'm this. Promise I get to my son, so I'm going to keep it till the very end." And then Trunks is like trying new clothes and, "Hey, boss, what do you think?" And then like, "You fucking retarded! I don't even know how to put on a goddamn shirt." Which, in my way, this is my view. Like, Vegeta saying, "Trunks, you don't know how to button up a shirt." I always remind of the episode when he wore the pink shirt. So yeah.
If you're gonna try something like a man, be a man and button that up, right? I just imagine that's what Vegeta says, like in his head. But yeah, I like that episode actually. Like I think it's a
No,
nice.
if Trunks grew older and he starts wearing his casual clothes, if Trunks like wore the bad man pink shirt and Vegeta was like, "That doesn't fit you as much as it does fit me," or something like that. Oh man.
Oh my
Whatever.
god! But
Okay.
I do
So
like I like the episode. Like it's a I like the moments. Like there was one moment though I think it's kind of weird though, and that's the moment where like they're at like the tiki party and go and Vegeta. Because don't forget what happened in a Majin Buu. In the Majin Buu arc, Vegeta officially said that Goku is stronger than him, and he accepted that. Here he's like, never mind, I don't accept that. I'm gonna fly off and go train, which I don't mind him training for you. And even Bulma and Chi and Trunks even mentioned is like that the fact that he stepped this long was really show of a miracle. So yeah, I was actually kind of bugged by that first, but then I realized it's Vegeta. It's Vegeta, okay? Like the fact he was still stuck here that long was fine, and plus we got to see him in a train.
Oh no, but here's the thing. One thing that I always thought that Vegeta was going to consider is training alongside Goku. Or this was going to okay, so do you know when Vegeta always thought interesting the fact that when the Saiyan blood is mixed with a human blood, they have powerful hybrids? Because hybrids are more powerful due to their human side and
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see Vegeta in some way, shape, or form being interested to train Gohan and Trunks. No, Gohan and Goten. I know it's not like his character, but I would like to see a scenario because Vegeta always said Gohan is amongst all of us Saiyans alive the one who has the potential. And I always wanted to see Vegeta trying to unlock Gohan's potential.
Yeah, and I remember like in the during the I call it the Saiyan Man arc, basically the arc that happened after the Cell Saga and the Other World Tournament. I remember when Vegeta saw Team Gohan like Gohan after high school, he makes this comment like how weak he's getting. So I could actually see something like that, like I could see that happening, but only if it was like in a life or death situation.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like it's like Gohan's losing everything all over again, and Vegeta's the only one who could like train him up, and you know Vegeta trains tough, like he toughens people up. So I could see like him like screaming to him like think about your family, your
No,
friends, and
imagine
stuff like.
this. Imagine this one scenario. They are fighting an enemy, and Gohan is like having a mental block, and Vegeta notices this, and he's like, "God damn it, kid!" And he pulls a Piccolo. But imagine that he pulls a Piccolo onto his father, and Vegeta protects Goku, and he looks at Gohan and said, and with a look, Gohan's just like, "Damn, if I was strong enough, I would be." Place and protect my father. And Vegeta, because the one thing about Gohan is that he's always trying, but he's always failing because there's always this one person who's jumping ahead of the situation. And it kind of bugs me because the Gohan character is a whole shebang in regards to writing. But whatever.
Yeah.
Continuing with the Battle of Gods arc.
Yeah. So yeah.
I like more. I did like more character of Whis than of Beerus because Whis was serious. We only found out that Whis was an angel. We didn't have any idea that angels were a thing. We always knew that Whis is Beerus' servant. We didn't have any idea that he was more powerful, master. He was a mysterious character, and I like that mysterious aura around Whis.
I like how they said that Whis trained Beerus. I like that. Like it shows like yeah, Beerus may be strong, but he's not the strongest being. Neither is Whis now in comparison, but he still is. I like to say Whis is the strongest in Universe 7.
No, it is. The angels are the strongest.
Yeah, they're like the strongest in their respective universe, and that's all because they have to be in order to calm down the gods.
No, because here's the thing. When Goku and Vegeta wanted to train, Whis was the one that invited them over. He didn't ask for Beerus' permission because he didn't need to. What people thought, here's the thing, either Angel Revolution, like imagine at the Grand Prix, manipulating his sons and daughters, whatever, or Beerus and Whis were going to make a fusion like they have in the games, or imagine that Whis was training either Goku or Vegeta, most likely Vegeta, to become the next God of Destruction. But I'm seeing that this isn't a possibility anymore because Frieza is on, and we all know that Beerus is lazy because there's other person doing the destruction job for him. But imagine that Whis controls Frieza's anger and power into destroying for the sake of balance. TLDR, I want for Whis to train Frieza to become the next God of Destruction. If not Frieza, Vegeta.
I have some interesting comments on those. But Frieza to me, it's Frieza.
I didn't like the Oolong doing.
Snap! Screw that! That was just like
that was stupid. Okay, so the whole arc is stupid. It's plot. I don't like the first 27 episodes. I mean, even the tournament, even like U7 versus U6 Saga was like, oh, it's just to showcase the multiverse. But why a tournament? Why does Dragon Ball always have to involve fighting?
Because, and unfortunately I have to say this, because that's what Dragon Ball Z was known for. They're known for Dragon Ball Z is known for fighting. Like, if you speak to someone who doesn't know about Dragon Ball Z, and you ask them what's the one thing you think about when you think of Dragon Ball Z, they're gonna say fighting. They're not gonna say like Goku driving a car. They're not gonna say like Gohan's inner power. They're not gonna say Master Roshi's pervertedness. Dragon Ball Z is known for fighting, unfortunately, and since this nowadays is like that is the only thing they care about, unfortunately. That's what I think why we had that went down. But going back to the Battle of Gods arc, there was some redeeming qualities I will give it though. There was some redeeming qualities I will give it. It's still a crappy arc. No, a crappy arc's gonna be a crappy arc. But like if you could salvage some good,
I can imagine. What if Vegeta was the one to become instead of Goku? I know that Goku is the protagonist, but imagine if Vegeta. Okay, here's the thing. I always thought that Vegeta was going to be the one to become the god last hour, in a way, because I want to see what makes the royal bloodline so special, if there is anything, because we don't know how the Saiyan royalty began. I don't. We don't know if it's like the real descendants of Yamoshi, which was the original Super Saiyan God. Um, but yeah, I want an explanation if they can give one, which probably they won't. But
Yeah.
yeah, I wanted to see what made the transformation special. Like, oh, just get her 6 Saiyans and
Yes.
that's it.
Uh,
Because that way, if the Saiyan race was still alive, if everyone knew the secret, we like for every 6 Saiyans, one could become gods. And imagine like fusion between gods, because we had what we had in the Broly.
yeah.
If
Uh,
so,
Speaking about the Super Saiyan gods, how they did it, I like the little jokes Goku did when he was doing it, when they were trying to like give him the power. I like how like he was all like, "Huh, maybe it's not working because Vegeta still isn't good," and Vegeta's like, "Don't blame this on me," and he points at Vegeta like. Gohan Vidal's baby, and like maybe it's Gohan's kid, and I mean, Gohan's like, "Hey, don't blame my kid. He's not even born. She's not even born yet." I mean, Goku was just like joking around with that, and I remember even like when they found out Vegeta's not Vidal's pregnant. Chi Chi made this weird name of combining Goku and Gohan to Gomon, and I'm like, okay, I guess that could be a name, I guess, but um. So I guess I'll ask this now. When Goku and Vegeta, Goku and how was this? How what were your thoughts on the Z Fighters versus Beerus? Like when they try to take him down. Like yeah, obviously, I know we're probably gonna say the same thing. The movie did it better, but what are your thoughts?
no, the movie did it. But okay, come on. Scene. The goddamn pudding scene. Like the whole thing that began that. But the one thing that we have to talk about is the fact that Bulma was like to Beerus, "Hey, it's my birthday, so behave." And Beerus slaps her, and Vegeta was like, "Don't you dare to touch my Bulma!" And for that instance, Vegeta was Super Saiyan 2, and he was stronger than Goku, even if he was in Super Saiyan 3, because Vegeta holds to Beerus on Super Saiyan 2 when Goku on Super Saiyan 3 got bitch slapped by Beerus with one strike on King Kai's planet. So that shows that emotion is what gives Saiyans power, because Vegeta was pissed for a reason, but he could land a blow on Beerus. And then in the end, Goku was like, "Oh, but I saw the old thing when he slapped your rhyme," and you're like, "More." Even Goku imitating Vegeta's voice, and she was like, "Oh, my hero." Oh, come on!
Just accept it, but you say now.
Right. Oh, I just wanted to give you guys a chance. It was like, oh, come on, Kakarot.
I wanted to give you guys what the viewers wanted to give you guys a chance.
Yeah, the whole thing about the whole thing about. Oh, I'm gonna give you guys a shot. No, just save us, okay?
Like sometimes it's good. There were moments when it's good. But
Goku
moment
wants
was
to
like
give-
literally Vegeta, literally Goku could have done it all. He even mentioned it in during the battle. Boo song was like, I could have defeated Boo in Super Saiyan 3. I just wanted the others to give it a shot. And it's like, Goku, you do realize this thing's killing everybody. People, I don't think it's a good time for you to give anyone a chance.
No, it's like the whole Cell thing. I could tell Gohan that he beat Cell, but I wanted for the kid to discover him about the Cell. He's 11! God damn it, 3101. Tell your kids the truth.
Well, to be fair, I think Gohan even figured it out later on. He figured it out. He even said to sound like, I know why my dad chose me, because when I get mad, I lose control, and he's hoping that will give us the win. Like I think if Goku said it, Gohan will probably try not to do it, mostly because that's Gohan's character. He doesn't want to. Well, he's literally like Goku. He doesn't want to hurt people.
No, okay, I understand, because if Goku told Gohan, okay, son, here's the thing. You are more powerful than us, because when you get mad or angry, you get this boosting energy. So you just have to do that and become that to win, okay? And gonna be like, so you want me to face Cell and get angry on purpose to give us the win. Yeah, Dad, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, like I think that honestly what happened. You
I just,
mentioned,
I'm gonna stay home with Mom.
but no, you saying the Goku and we was fighting King Kong. You might think we gotta talk about that moment. Oh boy, Dragon Ball Super Episode 5, aka
Oh yeah,
Divorce, the
the animation.
animation. Oh god. Okay. What? Okay. Let me ask you this.
What people call the Frame Festival.
Frame. Yeah, pretty much. Cause oh god, like I was just oh god. This is coming off literally right after Dragon Ball Resurrection F came out in movies, and then this was our next fight we saw.
Mm-hmm.
This was our next fight, and let me ask you this: how many times did you cringed?
Once, because I didn't allow myself to get in more. But once was enough. Once was enough. And here's the thing. I only cringed because I was on Twitter after I watched the episode and I'm like, oh wait, I was so okay, here's the thing. I was so focused on the fight that I didn't notice like that the frames and the animation were bogus. I just want to see Goku fight again. I don't care how. I just saw the character move. But then people did this frame by frame thing, and I'm like, oh wait, it was this that? Huh? Wait, let me see the episode again. Is this the? I thought that was like Photoshop. Oh no, the animation is just bullshit. Okay, I didn't notice that at the first
There's a
place.
moment in the I think there was a moment in that episode where Beerus is literally taller than Goku by a minutious amount. And I'm like, oh, like oh my god, okay, as much crap we give that episode, we
I
gotta.
have to say, despite of the fact that we have better art styles and animation and HD and
Looking at you, Sun and Moon.
I would prefer for Dragon Ball to have the same art style that he had in the 90s. Like,
Oh yeah, I would
people
too.
actually did a rendition of the Beerus and Whis like if they were on DBZ.
Yeah, I seen a lot of like iteration of that, and they look good. Like all that look really good. Like it makes me want to watch Super on
You
that.
know, because here's the thing. It's we see that on the character's hair. The hair is more fluid and wild. The hair is like frozen in time. Like the character is moving, but the hair is always in the same position. I don't know. That's what I see. That's my perspective on the movement of the characters. Like they move, but the body doesn't. But yeah. In regards to, I don't know what to say anymore about the Battle of Gods arc because it was 13 to 14 episodes.
Yeah, it was.
And that was this one time, and there was this one episode where City and Mr. Satan was like receiving a reward
Yeah,
for battling God, and then this whole alien showed up to give him a reward,
which
and then we have we have this frame of Super Saiyan Hercules.
Hey, okay, I'm gonna say right there. If Hercules and Super Saiyan about God Saga, I would've been okay with it. Okay, I would've been okay with it. I would've. It was bullshit. It would have been.
The movie's better.
The movies. Long story short, Battle Gods. Battle Gods. The movie's better than Battle Gods Saga version. Like there were a few.
And Resurrection F the same.
And not only that, the animation, not even just with episode 5, all of the fight was just, I don't know if it was what they were trying to do, or not, or whatever. If to me, that fight was just boring as heck, which is the reason why I never watched when it first aired in the websites, on anime websites. So to me, it was, Battle Gods to me just feels like them really trying to like sell out Battle of Gods the movie. If there's one thing,
Oh, okay, I understand what you're saying. They remake the movie so that people watch the series so they can watch the movie. Come on, that's stupid.
Like, it's like this is the
It's
first.
understandable, but it's stupid at the
It's
same time.
stupid, but it's understandable, which is still stupid. But I feels like there's like little things I'll give the Saga version, but overall movie version did more.
Oh yeah, the whole first episode.
Not even just the first episode, like some little moments. I actually I kind of enjoy like Vegeta, like.
No, but here's the thing. Okay, the first episode is Goten and Trunks trying to have a gift for Gohan and for the wedding, and we see a photo of the wedding, but we didn't see the wedding.
If anything, if Dragon Ball, well, technically it wouldn't work.
If they, come on, how can Pokemon show a wedding? And I mean, we saw Goku and Chi-Chi's wedding. Why see Gohan and Vidal's wedding? Even Pokemon showed Kukui and Burnett's wedding. Why Dragon Ball amongst all anime showed like Gohan's wedding? With Piccolo being the best man.
Actually, you saying that actually gave me another idea to talk about.
Okay, in that I have to see this. I don't know if in that photo if Piccolo is in like a suit or in his gi.
You saying that actually made me thought of a good topic. If you had to like change up Battle Gods the Saga, how would you have changed it? Like what things would you have made different?
Okay, Piccolo is on his gi. No, but here's the thing. Goku is dressed in black as well as Goten, but Gohan is dressed in white. But this is one interesting thing. In Super, Gohan's dress is white, but in the end of Z, the wedding photograph, Gohan's dress is black.
Yeah,
Continuity error. Okay, but I would like to see Piccolo on a suit for some reason.
Using the wedding actually gave me an interesting idea. What if the Battle of God Saga then took place during Bulma's birthday, but during Gohan and Vegeta's wedding?
Oh boy! Imagine that. Oh boy!
They would do
it. Okay. Imagine Gohan. Okay, going to get married today, and then Beerus shows up, and Dad is redhead now, and Videl was like, oh yeah, I'm pregnant. Well, okay, and everyone was, imagine Chi-Chi, Gohan, you should knock her up today, not before. That's what me and your father did. No, because come on, you knocked her up before they married.
Exactly, which would make it more hilarious. Which is honestly Dragon Ball Z's
now. And I could imagine Hercule. How dare you to get my daughter pregnant before the goddamn man?
You do realize this is the same man who put Cell.
And then they was like, no, I'm here. Okay, imagine if Dende was Gohan's best man.
Wait, who's Gohan's best man?
Dende.
Oh my god. I can see that. I can actually see that.
Either Dende or Piccolo. And of course, Piccolo being the best man, and Dende being the priest. Because if he's God, that means that wedding is about religion, so that way God...
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And of course, who else would be the ring bearer other than Popo?
So long story short, we just made a better version of Battle God Saga version than what they gave us.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna say it right now.
If I was going to make one thing different in the Battle of Gods, I want an explanation on if they made Vegeta the god. Give them an explanation about Yamoshi and the royal bloodline, whatever, or not revealing the fact that Vidal was pregnant, making Bulma pregnant first, or bringing back either Raditz or Nappa for and make them stick around for Super.
So basically
either one of these three.
If I would have
What about you?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, if I had to change the movie, the Saga version. I think one thing I
Mhm.
would have changed probably is I would have changed the Shenron wish for making it have 2 wishes instead, so that way, well actually no, that couldn't work because at that point in time they won't figure it out. I was gonna say if he had 2 wishes, they could wish. Actually no, they could. They could like just before they decide to do like the first wish was like how to make a Super Saiyan God, and they'll figure it out and they'll like okay, so all we need is 5 Saiyan. Goku will be like we need 5 Saiyans, right? Right? And then Whis will be like, no, you need 6 Saiyans, Goku. And everyone will like panic because they don't have one. And then Goku will come up with the idea to bring back Raditz. Raditz comes back, and then basically do the same Super Saiyan God thing. And then basically we have Raditz here.
No, imagine that Goku brings Raditz or Nappa. And,
I would prefer Raditz more than that, but that's only because
no, Raditz because he's Goku's brother. But imagine that Goku summons Raditz to do the ritual. Shenron goes away, and Raditz is like, I won't do it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
okay,
He won't do
you
it.
summon me, but I won't do it. You can't obligate me. And Vegeta transform. The hell I can.
Oh my goodness! Like, no, actually, that would have been interesting. Actually, not just with that. Like, I feel like Raditz would know who Beerus is actually.
Oh yeah,
Since, yeah, he would.
know.
I would feel.
No, because Raditz is older than Vegeta. Raditz is 2 years older than Vegeta and 7 years older than Goku. So
Yeah, like I wouldn't mind. I couldn't see. Like, I could legit see a moment where like he doesn't want to, that Beerus walks up to, and he basically says, "You will. I will have my worthy opponent," and then he freaks out, and then he decides to do it. Obviously, it probably won't work for real because like they said like only Saiyans with good hearts, like good hearted Saiyans, and Raditz isn't a good hearted Saiyan.
okay, so imagine that Goku was like to Shenron, hey Shenron, we need a 6th Saiyan to do this ritual, but it has to be a pure-hearted one. Can you help us out? And
Brings
imagine that Shenron brought back Goku's mother. But here's the kicker: no, Guinea wouldn't mention that she was his mother, and he wouldn't ask who she was. Like, we knew that it was Goku's, but no one would know.
So basically, like in Sun and Moon, where we know who Lilium Glion's dad is, they don't know, but in a sense.
No, they do know.
Well, no. What I'm saying, like Moan, like we know they think Moan's dead, but we know he's alive. The main character just doesn't want to say it.
No, he's alive.
No, but I'm like, yeah, like it's kind of hard for me to explain. Basically, you know, in Sun and Moon, like Lily Glion and Lucamine.
No, what the example that you can give is the audience. Cuckoo is the royal mask, but the characters didn't know that.
That's a better synopsis, actually. There you go. Yeah,
that
would be actually interesting. Like,
but okay, Shenron, bring back a pure-hearted Saiyan, and then he brings back Guinea, and he was like, "Oh, hello, miss, can you help us out?" And she was like, "Okay," but she wouldn't tell. No one would ask. They just like, "Okay, thanks, lady," and they're just going.
I could see that either way. The only thing though is like, and I don't know if this is just me personally, or something, but I would have felt like she would have recognized the haircut, Goku's haircut, because
because Goku's haircut is bar. So yeah, no. Here's the thing: she would recognize because of the haircut, because pure-blooded Saiyans don't change their hair since the day they are born.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, like it would work. Unfortunately, Goku has the same haircut as Bardock, and she'll obviously tell, like, because Goku looks like, but doesn't look like Bardock. If that makes any damn sense. Like, he looks like Bardock, but he doesn't look like Bardock.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because of the scar. Like, you can tell, like, the difference between Goku and Bardock when they're, like, calm. Bardock has this more serious tone with him, yet Goku has this happy heart.
He had a more serious life.
Yeah. So I could.
In a way, his race was a race of slaves.
Yeah, but either way, I wouldn't mind. I actually wouldn't mind if that would have happened, and then it would be. I think it would have been kind of cute if like Gine just like hugged Goten and saying like, "This is my grandson," or something like that. I don't know. But
No, no. Imagine that. Imagine that she was like, "So who are these?" And no, Gine showing up. She noticed that Goku was her son. Okay. Then she sees like these other two people around Goku. One of them, of course, is Goten, which has the same hair as Goku, who has the same hair as Bardock, and she was like, "So what? Oh, they're my sons." And she was like, "Okay." And then after the ritual, she goes back. Beerus goes back, and in the other world, she was like to Bardock and like, "So, where you went to see our son? He has children now." And
like basically, it's basically saying like it'll be a tearful moment.
yeah.
Yeah, I actually would. I would been okay. I would been. It's 50-50 with me because on one hand, I like the idea. I like the idea of like Gine coming to help them and going back to the world and telling Bardock she met them. But
No, because you see, Gine has a more pure heart than Bardock has. And if Bardock was the one to show up, Vegeta was like, "Hey, Kakarot, he has the same hairstyle as you and your boy." Because one thing that people theorize is that that hairstyle is always for the second born, so people was always people were always speculating that Bardock had an older brother, you know, which
oh,
Goku's uncle in a way.
new Dragon Ball Z movie coming in
Goku.
2020.
No. New Dragon Ball movie. Which one do you prefer? Goku's uncle or Vegeta's mom?
Oh my goodness. Both. Let's just make them both. Make them both. Make this weird movie
Dragon
where.
Ball Super Family Reunion.
Exactly. Pretty much. Yes. Oh my goodness. But I think at this point in time we tackle as much as we can with this 12 episode saga.
14, but sure.
Yeah, long story short, this is a short ass. Is this thing shorter than the Resurrection F stuff?
No, because here's Resurrection F is 13.
Oh my god.
It's just one episode. It's just one episode longer. But here's the thing. What's the point of the Battle of Gods? Anyway, just introduce the concept of gods and give Goku red hair. That's all.
And gave us means of an episode. Because one thing I will give credit to, episode 5. It gave us good memes.
Mm-hmm.
It gave us some good openings and good endings. Guess which I'll still watch it this day and laugh myself off. But okay, with that said though, the next week we're gonna do and I don't know if you are good to do this for like when we get together to do another Dragon Ball the next super stuff. But the other thing I want to do actually is that I actually want to talk about the between the Battle of Gods and Resurrection of the filler sagas or like the filler episodes or like the in between.
No, there was only one episode. Do we count the Vegeta training? We count Vegeta training as filler.
Okay.
Man, I don't want to talk about the Potofu arc because that pink Vegeta was.
No, we're not gonna talk. Okay. When we get to that, we're not just gonna talk about that. We're talking about the other stuff that happened in between. That's kind of what I want to do, and I don't know if you would like want to do it or like, just do that in like the.
I'll think about it.
Cause like I do want to tackle like every little. I'm not every little detail, but I do want to talk about like the highlight moments and the baby the filler episodes were better than the sagas themselves. All of them.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The one episode of Dragon Ball Z that everyone likes is a filler episode, which is a driving license episode.
That episode.
DBZ 125, but everyone enjoys it.
Wait,
anyway,
that's 105, really? Huh.
125.
Oh, okay.
125. DBZ 125. In the count of the 291 episodes.
Ah.
Because because here we had the whole episodes, and there was some kind of cutting of episodes or parts of episodes in English, right?
Yeah, that's called Kai.
No. We had Kai. Kai is basically half the episodes of the original filler, but I know that they are part. DBZ in US was like 266, 276 instead of 291, right?
I don't know. I'll be honest, I legit don't know, cause I
Okay,
was
that's a topic for another.
yeah, because I was too young to like watch Dragon Ball Z at the time. The only reason I got into Dragon Ball Z was because of my brothers. But so yeah, long story short, guys. With that, I guess let's wrap things up because we literally ran out of things to talk about this 14 episode crap fest. So
a 14 episode crap fest.
It is.
That's a goddamn good description.
So yeah, with that said though, guys, the next video we'll get together and do is the arc 2, I'm gonna like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically like squeeze both like in between and then do the main saga. So yeah, the next thing you guys will get from us is basically both Resurrection F and like what happened before Resurrection F. So yeah, with that said, kuroblitz, thank you for joining me in this Dragon Ball Super review.
No problem, man. Anytime.
So yeah, and with that said, let us know what you guys thought on the Dragon Ball Super Battle of Gods arc with here. Did you like it? If you did, why do you? If you hate it, why do you hate it? But yeah, long story short though, I don't know if you want to give a quick rating from 1 to 10 if you rate this arc. Like if you want.
1 to 10, a solid 3.
I say that's being generous. Okay.
That's why. No, a solid 3. I cannot.
Okay. With me, it's higher, but not that much. I'll give it 3.5.
What's the 0.5 for?
It's episode 5. okay, I'm being legit though. Like, it's not even just to make that pun. It's mostly because yes and no. It's because of episode 5, but not to make the pun. Episode 5 is bad. Like, it's a bad episode. It's a bad way to show off fighting in Dragon Ball Z until we got to like the good arcs. Well, somewhat good arcs. But one thing I'll give it. The community came together and ripped this shit apart, and that's one thing I'll give credit to this episode, because I remember my favorite YouTubers got together and talked about that episode.
Because here's the thing. Okay, the episode was bad. Okay, but the fact that it was bad, it made people talk about it, and it gave the show more views.
Exactly. Like bad things can have good effects if that's a weird way. So I'll give it a 3.5. This all gets a 3.5 total. And that, to me, is still being generous. That's too generous, and I know it's stupid for me to give it 3.5 just because for episode 5. But with that said, though, the next thing we'll talk about is obviously Resurrection F, the arc. We're going to save the movies for when they get their own category. So with that said, thank you, kuroblitz, again. Any final thoughts?
3.5? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna give 3.5. Yeah. No, I've considered the fact that the episode. Okay, here's the thing. I cannot give it higher, but hear me out. The retelling of the movie was bad, but it was so bad that made people talk about it and stuck around for the rest of the show. So we have to give credit to the storytellers to make a shitty arc retelling of a movie, so series. That's like a marketing strategy. Like, imagine, like, I'm going to do the worst show ever, so that everyone can criticize, but that way I have views either way.
So GT.
So, okay. Okay. But hear me out. I can give GT as a whole a 4.
Which, by the way, unfortunately, we will have to talk about GT. So, hope you're ready for that moment when we gotta talk about. Because
No.
I got wars about that arc. I got wars for
Okay.
for
Okay.
that.
I think that's enough, man.
Yeah. We'll say more cracks for the next stuff. So yeah, with that said, guys, the next video we'll get together is the resurrection of my laptop's gonna die in a minute, so I gotta end this right now. So with that said, thank you guys for watching, and with that said, have a great day.